What's up, guys? Gecko Girl here. Um, so, first off, sorry about the delay. I'm going to start trying shooting once a week, but with work and moving and everything else, it's been really hectic. So again, I apologize. Um, I promised in my last video, and this is the second thing I want to apologize for, that we would be discussing snakes today. Um, But actually, good news. I've got 4 little babies that just hatched. So, um, just to update, the hatchling that was in the first video, he actually died. And just really sad. It was an accident. He got stuck between the driftwood that I had in there and the lid of the cage. The driftwood kept... I, I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, so... But it was heartbreaking. But again, got 4 brand new little babies. So, and so in this video, instead of covering snakes, I had also left some stuff out of my last video that I wanted to touch base on before anybody made any comments about it, any bad comments about it. My last video was mainly to focus on different setups you can do for cresteds. This video is basically going to focus on the day-to-day care, and I'm going to touch on breeding a little bit. I will do a more in-depth breeding video later on towards the end of the season. So, that being said, I guess I'll start off with the stuff I left out in the last video. So, care, you need a spray bottle. Alright. You need some dechlorinator. You want to put that in your water. Chlorine's very hard on their kidneys, very hard on just their bowels in general. It's really hard for them to digest that, process that. Repticalcium. You want to dust your crickets with that. And that brings me to crickets. You can also feed them Dubai roaches mealworms. Already know they cannot digest anything with a really hard exoskeleton. Also, unlike your leopard geckos, these guys are omnivorous. This is like a fruit paste you can give them. I'm going to mix them up some after this video, actually. And it's mashed up bananas and mango and different vitamins, calcium, all that good stuff in it. Ground up in a powder, and you just add water. Again, you want to use the water that you've already treated with the dechlorinator, and just spray the bowl, mix it together. And you want it about the consistency of applesauce. You can mash up real bananas to go in with it, or real mangoes you can mix in with it. My geckos are not a big fan of mangoes. They love bananas though. So, spray cage 2-3 times a day. They're tropical geckos. You want it decently humid in there. And if you miss a spray, don't panic or anything. As long as their skin's not drying out, as long as their skin is nice, moist, and healthy, as long as their bedding is decently moist and everything, they should be alright. So, anyway, you want to clean your cage about once every couple of weeks. Pick out the dead crickets, pick out the poo, just get you some gloves, and take a little water to the dirt maybe once a month and stir that dirt up, clean it up. About every 4 to 6 months, change their dirt, put brand new dirt in, and you can actually keep the old dirt and use it as fertilizer outside. It's really awesome. It's actually really good fertilizer and good for the environment too. So, anyway, and that's basically your day-to-day care with these guys. If you notice that they're having trouble shedding, they're getting some shed stuck on them, their enclosure is probably not moist enough, you know, and it's a really easy fix. Don't panic. Um, if you see that issue, just put them in a bath of warm water, not extremely hot, but warm. You want it really, really warm. Um, so, anyway, that being said, I'm going to move on to breeding. So, breeding is extremely easy. Just pick out a nice healthy male, nice healthy female. You want them to be a minimum of 35 grams, generally about a year and a half old. Males typically don't always show signs of wanting to breed until they're 2 years old. So, but don't believe everything you read, because I read that and I put my smaller male in with my smaller female, you know, put Reptar in with Harlequin, thinking nothing would happen. My other male was showing signs of wanting to breed already, so I put him with, you know, well-established, healthy 2-year-old female. And yeah, the two smaller ones ended up breeding first. Crazy. So, but anyway, so the enclosure, another update, the enclosure in my last video, the glass tank, I'm going to show you it real quick. I kind of gave it a little bit of a makeover there. Cover up all the bald spots and everything. So that's the kind of stuff I've been working on, guys. That's why I haven't really been on. That and just generally unpacking and everything. But, so, I came home, basically 3-4 nights ago, maybe 5 nights ago now, and, found 2 little babies in Reptar and Harley's cage. Somehow, apparently, I had missed 2 eggs, which I have no clue how, since I completely dumped out that cage and completely cleaned the entire thing, put new dirt, whole 9 yards right before we moved, so I have no idea. But anyway, any rate, we had 2 more babies hatch the next day out of a shoebox. You know, here while I'm on the breeding subject, I just can't wait to show you guys. So, but yeah, going back to that, you know, just get you your 2 healthy male, female, put them together. The male will court the female. He'll start chirping, and she's interested, she'll chirp back. He's basically like serenading her. He will bite her neck to basically soothe her, subdue her, excuse me. Oh shit. These guys are so good at hiding. Okay, there they are. Make sure they were all here. Anyway. So, and if she takes, about 28 to 30 days later, you will have 2 eggs. And now they basically bury themselves up to their neck in the dirt to lay their eggs. So I recommend putting a lay box in there. Get you one of those deep, you know, like one of those deep Tupperware containers, like for soup, whatever, you know, like an individual serving, but one of those deep, almost cup-like ones, you know, and use it, because whatever you use is going to have to be deep. And then get a plastic shoebox from Dollar Tree or Walmart, put some Hatchite or some perlite in it. Don't drill any holes in it whatsoever, because you'll let the moisture out. Obviously wet the perlite, and put your eggs in there. Crested gecko eggs are not like leopard gecko eggs. You cannot turn them. Set them in there the way, you know, that you found them. So what I do is, as soon as I take mine out, I mark the top with the appropriate color for which female laid that egg, and then I put it in the container, makeshift incubator, whatever you want to call it. These guys can be hatched out at room temperature, and they will take 60 to over 100 days to hatch. And here is one of the little ones. Love that pattern on the back. Just beautiful little baby crested. And this one, I'm actually pretty sure I'm going to keep. This is going to be Tigger. Male or female, going to be Tigger. My little jumper. Also my little loner. I'm going to climb on the... There you go. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, come here, guys. Okay, these two are actually clutch mates. If you can see them. Yeah. They're both clutch mates. You okay, little one? This one's actually got a little deformity on his back feet. Two of his back toes are fused together on the left back foot. A little bit better close up of this one. Again, little clutch mates there. So, these guys are so much fun. But, and before anyone wants to say I don't take proper care of my animals, I do. They are spoiled, okay? He could have that deformity for any number of reasons. There's no telling, really, what happened. So, but I mean, he's still able to climb extremely well. It's not slowed down his speed or anything like that. So, and let me show you the last one. This is actually the clutch mate to the first one I showed you. Whoop. Come on, little one. Come on, little one. Biggest one in the bunch, too. And again, these are all Reptar and Harley's babies. So hopefully I'll have some babies out of the other two. The first one of theirs was a stillborn and then one dud. So we shall see, said the blind man. And check on this guy. I don't want to handle them too much. Anyway. So, that's going to be it for this, well, that's going to be it for this video this week. Next week, I promise, guys, finally, we'll get to the snakes, finally. One more thing, though. Everybody wish Reptar a happy birthday. He is a year old today. Yes. Daddy of 4 babies and only a year old. Cute little scamp. Come here, buddy. Yeah, he's a good boy. So, again, guys, next week we'll do the snakes, and I will update you guys on how it's going with refurbishing the tank, you know, sprucing the tank back up. Should be fully back up and operational again by next week. So, and again, I'm going to start trying to shoot videos once a week. I am going to be going back to school this fall, so